Welcome back, guys. All right. So we got some parts in from who? Crawler. Who?
No!
Crawler.
God, please, no!
Crawler?
No!
Crawler who? No, who
No!
Crawler. Okay, enough about that joke. If you want this truck, subscribe to win it. Once we hit 10,000, I'm going to pick one lucky winner to receive this vehicle. After that, we're going to continue to give away vehicles and more products. So please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get to the fun.
Oh, yeah.
We got some parts in from Who Crawler, can't even say it, and they are brass axles. Now I've got two different sets here because we're going to get a little inventive with the Halo Mobile. And so we've got 3 sets of front axles and 1 set of rear. So we are going to be upgrading Ben's SCX24. So we've got some Proline shocks for those. Hopefully we don't have the same issue that we had with the one I was building, where I had to actually find a new O-ring to fit because one of them was missing. So they sent me another set under warranty, which was very good of them. So we're also going to be putting in this DGRC carbon fiber LCG, say that 10 times fast, chassis. So these are going to go on the Halo Mobile, and then we're going to be upgrading this bad boy. Now this truck already had upgrades on it, so we had some brass on the front and the rear, and obviously there's different tires on there. So this is going to be a little bit different, but we're going to see how it turns out. So stay tuned and we'll take a look at it. So I realize my bench is a little messy. I have been doing a lot of projects recently. Now, these look like they're dog bones, so this is our turning radius. And I think that about sums up what we had beforehand. Just take a look there. We'll undo the servo. Gonna have to do this anyway. All right. So that's our turning radius on the stock axle. It's not that great, I know. So yeah, it's exactly the same. So we're not gaining, we're not losing. So that's its own thing. All right. So I've taken out the screws here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a look to see if it's greased together. Look at this. It is not at all. 0. So we'll let it be known, if you do buy these, you will need to take them apart and grease them. That actually doesn't look like that bad of a gear in there, though it's a nice steel anyway. Very very nice looking, very well machined, it looks like. So we're gonna put this back in, and we are gonna grease that. I'd actually say that's probably better machining than the stock one. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so we got 2 globs in there. I put one in and then I rotated it and put a second one in, just so we get it consistent. And I put it on the side of the gear. You get those bearings in there, just because these are metal shielded bearings, and these ones will actually like the grease a little bit. So we're just gonna rotate that. Blah, blah, blah. Good job, Mark. You're doing machinery stuff. All right, next up. So the portal axles, they are not greased, but they don't use a bearing or a bushing because they're already made out of brass. So this just fits directly directly into the casing, just like so, and then is bolted to the axle itself. We are dealing with metal on metal, so I'm going to use a little dab of Loctite or whatever you guys use. Thread locker, doesn't matter, it all does the same thing. And we're going to tighten that up, and we're going to do that to four out of the 6 screws, because the top 2 screws, which are the longer ones here, we got to put the servo mount on, because these axles didn't come with a servo mount. Now the steering arm that came with it is also brass, so you can see here. And then we got all the little hardwares and stainless steel eyelets for turning it. Okay, so now that we've removed the body, what we're going to do is we're going to remove each chassis frame rail one at a time, as well as the shocks, and then we will put the new axles on, and then put the new shocks on. So that should be pretty straightforward. And this is how much wider they are from the stock with a widening kit. So these are a fair amount wider. I had already widened these to the full extent. So you can imagine these being on here, they're going to be a fair amount wider even still. So this is really going to help with the stability of the vehicle on side hills. If you're trying to do a more scale look, these probably wouldn't be the axles that you would be using. Well, we've got the axles installed and most of the frame done. I'm just trying to figure out how to mount the ESC, which I think I might have to build the truck first and then figure that out after. Because the stock ESC is so big and bulky, it's really hard to fit anywhere. Like it won't fit just because of the way your batteries are over here in this corner and your plug-ins are in that corner. It's really, yeah, can't really fit it in that way either. It's just a little bit too long. The other thing is I could probably open it up. Maybe. I don't know. I'll try that out. All right, guys. So we got it back together, more or less. I still have to get a battery charged and set the trim for the servo. I did do a little trimming on the front to get a lower profile on the front bumper to get everything aligned properly. And we ran into an issue with the ESC. So we have taken that out of its cover, and this is actually double-sided tape to the top there, which I will clean up the antenna there in a minute. But that's pretty much the entire build there. Battery will go in the back, and after that we will go trucking. So you can see that we have a much wider stance on it, and a much lower stance as well. So as she sits now, 14 centimeters wide and a good 20 centimeters long. So that's a good stance. Oh, sorry, 13 wide. Apparently I can't count. But yep, that should be good for him. Take a look at the stance now. Better, lower. I did cut out the back where the mount for the body is, right here, to get clearance on the axle. Show you from the other side here, it'd probably be a better idea. So we got enough room right there so the axle swings into it. All right, All right, we have done the hokey pokey and we turned the cords around. Obviously, because we've gone from a straight axle to portals, the direction of the motor is going to have to change. So I just took the white clip that's in there, and I just reversed the black and the red. So they're just switched around. I didn't want to do a whole soldering thing. It was just easier to do with my X-Acto knife. Everything's good to go now. She drives. And I got to tell you guys, if you work on 1/24th scale rigs, I mean, congratulations. You are Master Shifu. I mean, you are the next Obi-Wan, like literally, because if you can do it without swearing, congratulations, you're a Zen master. Might have to change up the rear suspension where it's sitting. Not enough speed. 3S power. Oh, we just hooked it. I wish it was 3S. Tire tuck right on that back ledge where the rear tire is. Go up the sidewall. Keep in mind that the wheelbase on this is quite short. Well, guys, I think we succeeded. So, you know what that means. Until next time!
Careful, guys.